Hello friends! Arduino is an open source electronics prototyping platform based on flexible, easy to use hardware and software. It's intended for artists, designers, hobbyists, and anyone interested in creating interactive objects or environments. We are from Robometrics, and today I'll give you a brief description on the parts of the commonly used board Uno. There are many more boards like Mega, Gamma, Nano, etc. with different number of pins and different purpose. So why this board? Yes, since Uno means one in Italy, it is the first board to be launched under Arduino platform, and it is so made that it can be used to load any simple program. It works on the microcontroller Atmega 328P, which is placed exactly in the middle of the board, and it is this place where the program is fed and where the working of the board is governed from. It is thus called the brain of the board. It has 32 kilobytes of flash memory and 2 kilobytes of RAM, and the speed is 16 MHz. There is only one switch on this board, that is reset switch, which will restart whatever program it has in its memory. This is the power LED indicator just next to the Uno printed on your board. This will light up every time you connect it to a power source. There are a number of pins on this board, from power pins to digital pins to PWM and analog pins. And all of this are used for different purposes. The power pins are the only ones you need to worry about, since they will specify the voltage input to the sensors. So just keep in mind, connect the 3.3 volt sensor or the 5 volt sensor to the 3.3 volt pin placed here or the 5 volt pin placed over here. Okay, now we have 3 ground pins present on this board. 2 of them are over here and 1 pin is placed near the digital pin 13. Coming to the digital pins, there are 14 of them which can be input or output according to the user requirements and the program the user will feed. And out of this 14 pins, 6 pins are pulse width modulating pins. These pins are marked by this sign, wave sign, in front of them. On these pins, the analog write function is used to set the duty cycle of the pulse train that operates at approximately at a frequency of 500 Hz and the time period of 2 milliseconds. There are 6 analog pins which will help in reading values of analog sensors such as light meter or variable sensor or even temperature sensor and convert it into digital signal which we can read. There are these TX and RX pins, that is transmitter and receiver pins on the board, which are the serial pins used for sensors like RF transmitter and receiver module or Bluetooth module, about which I'll be explaining you in further videos. There is just one pin on this Arduino board, AREF, meaning analog reference. It allows us to feed the Arduino a reference voltage from an external power supply. For example, if you want to measure voltages with a maximum range of 3.3 volt, we should feed a nice smooth 3.3 voltage into the AREF pin, perhaps with a voltage regulator IC. This set of 6 pins you see here are called ICSP pins, and its basic work is boot loading and serial peripheral interface communication. This is the 16 MHz crystal oscillator which uses mechanical resonance of a vibrating crystal of piezoelectric material to create an electrical signal with precise frequency. Coming to the part of power supply, there are 2 ports here. One USB port which we can connect it to power it through a computer, and it is this port through which you can upload a program. You have a barrel jack here which can be used to power the Arduino directly using a AC to DC adapter or by connecting it to a 9 volt battery. One of the main component of Arduino is this small part here. It's a voltage regulator. It is not actually something you can or should interact with on the Arduino, but it is potentially useful to know what that is and what's it there for. The voltage regulator does exactly what it says. It controls the amount of voltage that is led into the Arduino board. Think of it as a gatekeeper. It will turn away any extra voltage that might harm the circuit. Of course, it has its limits. So don't hook up your Arduino to anything greater than 20 volts. But to be on the safer side, I would tell you not to provide more than 12 volts. That is, it should always be in the range of 9 to 12 volts. So these were all the basic and important parts of the Uno. If you found this video interesting and helpful, visit our channel for more and press the subscribe button. Thank you so much.